Hi, Boris. You can see me. Hi. Are you recording? I don't know why. I can't hear you at all. It's just music sound. Can you hear me? You have no sound. I don't know why.
Hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh, good. So
Yep.
it's possible no one has heard me this entire stream because I had the wrong mic connected.
Yeah, let me try my headsets because I barely can hear you. It's a bit loud here. I just connected to Wi-Fi and I didn't expect that here it will be that much hot. And the light, it's just flashing to my eyes. But it's fine. Let's try. Now, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about the month. It's the end of the month, 31st of April. Tomorrow is April Fool's. So I'm just examining the monthly time frame on all the major coins, basically.
Okay.
So we're just looking. Yeah, everything looks like shit. Neo, like all these Chinese shit coins, they're all just going to the grave, I think. And
Yeah.
then Hype, looks okay. It's up. Actually, Hype is one of the few that's up on the month, up 16%, while everything else is down. And then, of course, well, this is not related to crypto, but US oil is up 53%, thanks to Donald Trump. So thank you, Trump, for raising the price of oil.
Yeah.
For
Donald
everyone.
Trump. I can't open my trading view. Let me download.
Yeah. Do you want any? Would you like anything to share? Like any graphs, any charts, anything?
Yeah, I would check just the CoinGlass liquidation map. So let's see
Okay.
the liquidation.
In the meantime,
price and
yeah, I'm just
trading view.
going
I'm
through
trying
the
to
list.
open trading view.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Solana? You can see my chart. This is the monthly time frame.
Okay, let me open trading view because it's still loading. It's like it's been 4 minutes loading. I cannot open the site. So Solana blockchain is huge, and all the dApps right now and transactions right now more than on Ethereum, like around 9,600 dApps on Solana blockchain. So it's more transparent. It has big community, and definitely it's top three coin for me, like Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Right.
and Solana. Yeah, so it has really strong community, even like on many dexes, like Axiom. People are scalping and like trillions transactions with Solana. So, and it's very popular on most of the continents, right? So I
Yeah.
think on Solana we are going down right now, but nevertheless, I'm expecting Solana X3 minimum. Maybe not this cycle, but the next. If we check the cycle map, which I was checking yesterday, and it's very clear and obviously we can see, for example, the average entrance last cycle for Bitcoin was around 53,000. Yeah, and so after all-time high, this cycle 120, it will go between 38 and 45. That's what I'm
Really?
expecting.
You think it's gonna go down
Yeah, yeah,
38?
yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. If you check the cycle map, most of
Right.
the like not most of the some of the famous traders are thinking the same way. It has many reasons,
You think
and
it's gonna go
Bitcoin
down another 50?
under
I mean,
50
going.
definitely because the average entrance price was 53. Why it shouldn't go down? Like minimum less than 20%, it should give you correction from the average entrance price from last cycle. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm very, very optimistic for between 38 and 50K, which is very obviously, and there is no liquidity right now on the market. So it's going down,
Okay.
and big institutionals like maybe not even BlackRock or, but some of this even smaller funds, they are collecting Bitcoins right now. And so this is the second reason. I don't even
Yeah.
correlate this with any kind of Trump's action because that's the purpose to collect all people's Bitcoin. That's the main purpose to get all the digital assets from people, right? So uh, yeah, this is just my opinion. And if you ask me to buy, definitely buy.
And what do you? I'm curious. There's it's unrelated to like Bitcoin. Well, but recently is something about Binance and Bybit opening offices in Russia or something
Yeah,
about
I
that. What do you
so
think about this
as
topic? Because you are from the Soviet Union and you have a lot of
yeah,
insider information. So
some part of Soviet Union. Yeah,
yeah,
so
the audience is asking, what
I
do you
have been
think?
grown up in Moscow, but in this simultaneously I was living in Turkey. So I was growing up in two countries.
Hmm.
And based on that, I was thinking like related Bybit and Binance situation for CIS and all the Russian, Ukraine, Belarus, all the 16 countries. It's really a big market, 300 million users, and
Hmm.
nobody interested to lose this market. And the only one option since Visa and Mastercard left, for example, Russia because of the sanctions, they need like extend times more, like using crypto. Because,
Hmm.
for example, in Dubai, 400,000 Russians, they have no access to Visa cards. So what they're gonna use? Of course, crypto. But related the news that Bybit opened the office, I have talked to my friends from Bybit.
Hmm.
This is not true. They're, they didn't open and
Hmm.
they're not opening yet. But maybe in the future they will open. I don't know because Bybit is under fully regulation. Yeah, so
Hmm.
international crypto exchange. So I don't think they're gonna open the office. Even Russia requires open their branch. Yeah, physically
Yeah.
in Moscow. But just imagine how many users of Bybit will Bybit risk all their users against just some Russians users opening office because of the Russian regulation? Of course, no, right? It's not logic. It makes no sense. Why would they risk all their global licenses just to get office
Hmm.
in Moscow?
Yeah.
This is not gonna happen. So they will just keep using it with P2P, with fake KYC. Yeah, let's be open. We are here to discuss it in a very transparent way, the
Yeah.
crypto world, because I'm working in crypto exchange and I have experience working with many crypto exchanges, so I know exactly what's happening behind the curtains.
Yeah.
And if you ask me about Binance, they are going mostly to Middle Asia, yeah, and to Middle East, to, for example, Kyrgyzstan,
Hmm.
and they're legalizing their crypto for example, same for Russians. Yeah, it's like how many? Like 3 hours flight. It's pro-Soviet
Yeah.
country as well, Kyrgyzstan. So what they have done, for example, Russian users, they don't have access to Visa, Mastercard. They just got their cards from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, this is more like
Hmm.
uh, loyal countries to crypto, and it's pretty easy. So this is like a gate, for users. So their position will be stronger in Asia because Europe and US, yeah, North
Hmm.
and South America, okay, they have their own regulations. So it's completely different market. So
Right.
when we discuss global market, definitely I think it's Europe and Asia, some African continent. So in that terms, it's very easy. I
So
don't I don't feel any difficulties using Bybit being Russian citizen, yeah, abroad.
don't you think Russia will try to ban crypto to gain more control?
Even they don't ban from other countries, they will force enterprise companies to ban Russian users just to force
Hmm.
it. Because if they have license, for example, VARA license in UAE, yeah, in Dubai, VARA it's related to Dubai licensing. So it means they should pass audit and they will check every single user, every single card which is transferring to this company from every country, right? For example, to UAE or to specifically this crypto exchange. So if they discover there are some Russian users, yeah, it will be a big problem. That's why they need like double citizenship or something. There are so many ways, even you can buy for $60 KYC. It's not a problem right now. In Telegram, you can
Yeah,
buy everything, so everybody know that. But
interesting.
yeah, in terms of the crypto globally, like will Russia ban it? It's already under control. Believe me, they started it long time ago. It's like 6 years ago. So, nevertheless, Russia is not pushing that much hard than other like organizations who like related to regulators. You know,
Hmm. But isn't like Russia one of the top owners of Bitcoin?
no, I don't think so.
Huh?
I think maybe Iran and China.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For now, U.S. definitely. Yeah, but I think number one is China right now because
Actually,
uh,
let me pull up an image.
yeah. Let's
I don't
open
know if you guys can see it, but
Bitcoin ownership by country 2022. It's already old. Yeah, 2022.
oh, look, Turkey. Yeah, that's an old. But Turkey is 8.3%. That's interesting.
Yeah,
And
it was.
Vietnam.
But electricity cost in Turkey, yeah, as I grown up in Ankara, in Turkey, it's extremely expensive. Now it has inflation. Mining is forbidden. No way. It's super regulated since 2025. It's banned all even P2P transactions in Istanbul, where, for example, like last year, you can just come and cash out $1 million. Right now, you cannot do that.
I think this is more current. So this is how
Yeah,
this is as
2025
of
country.
January. The United States has the most.
Yeah.
Then UK. Then
No, it's China
UK.
because
No, China. Yeah.
194,000. Yeah, China and then US.
Oh, China's number one. US.
Yeah, yeah. So because they started mining, do you remember all the videos about the Chinese facilities for mining? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that even though China has like banned like crypto trading or crypto companies,
Yeah. So
China
I have
they own
some
the most.
thoughts on that because I was living in Shanghai for 5 years and it was a little bit complicated to get an access to trade or to buy crypto just using VPN because they has great firewall, right? But
Mhm.
for example, all the banking systems, central banks are controlling the crypto movement. So it's regulated by government. But as far as I know, by 2024, 2022, every Chinese citizen can have like Bitcoin equivalent to $50,000 per year, no more.
Mhm.
This is like according to their regulations. Yeah, but it's not about companies and central banks that owes that much Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Crypto in China is black market, but they have their own local crypto exchanges. But you can
Mhm.
register there only with Chinese ID, so it's impossible
Interesting.
for me. Even with my
Uh-huh.
resident permit, I cannot trade on Chinese crypto exchanges.
That's interesting how all these countries have like hold so much Bitcoin, but there's so many laws and regulations against them in
Yeah,
their own country.
exactly,
Doesn't make sense.
exactly. And it
But it
doesn't
seems
make
like
sense in terms of Bitcoin was created peer to peer, right, from person to person without third party. Right now, everything in government's hand again. So the only one option right now, if you want to trade, you just move to safe country and make sure that your KYC is safe, at least. Or
Yeah.
even on DEX, everything on Google, everything on internet, there is no such a thing like decentralized. Oh, I'm trading on DEX. I don't believe it to centralized exchanges. Come on, it's just a bullshit. Even DEX is fully sex. So obviously,
Yeah.
because I was working with DEXs and TEXs. For staking is different, right?
Hmm.
But trading, also.
All right. So what we have like 4 more minutes in the stream. What's your outlook for April? What do you think is going to happen in the crypto market? So,
I'm very
Bitcoin,
bearish for
yeah.
April. Yeah, March, April, May, June. Until the August, I'm fully bearish. Why? Because maybe it will show some correction, like 75 back to 80, but I'm expecting between 38, 40, 45, below
Mhm.
40K. Yeah, and then bump again, maybe 200, maybe 500. We don't know.
I
The
I
dominance
would
of
have
the Bitcoin, as we discussed yesterday, is like 58%, 60% is too much right now.
yeah.
So it's not
Well,
gonna
I have
grow.
to. I want to disagree with you because
Why?
usually Bitcoin is holding on to a very you know how like moving averages and exponential moving averages, and right now Bitcoin is still holding this 55 EMA, and this was
Yeah.
basically the low from February. So basically, as long as Bitcoin remains above 60K, I'll remain bullish on Bitcoin. And also, one thing that people weren't paying attention to, actually, on the month, did you know that Bitcoin is not even down that much?
Yeah, it's not even down
Uh,
that much. That's the thing. And the
this is the
situation
monthly. Wait, hold on.
is not
This is the
stable.
monthly
Uh-huh.
crypto heat map. Bitcoin's like pretty much neutral. Ethereum is actually up 5%.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
always good. Sorry. Solana.
Tron's up 11. What else is
Yeah,
up?
Tron is still strong. I still
Yeah,
use Tron for my transactions and it's good.
and then
So
Hype is up 16% on the month. I think.
I would
Yeah,
drop
so
I would drop, for example, Hype because Hype already passed, you know.
true.
Yeah. But for
Yeah,
Solana, this is really good asset. I'm expecting even
but
X3 in a short time.
yeah, but to end this, uh, let's go over some news because Trump signals potential off ramp next 3 days decisive after blah blah. Anyway, so it looks like Trump wants to end the war. So do you really think it's going to continue to be bearish, even though it's kind
Yeah,
of been a flat month for Bitcoin?
it will continue. Just yesterday, I talked to my colleagues from crypto exchanges there in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
They are banned from internet. They don't have just simply access to their assets, just to even to social media, to contact their families. Are they safe? Like this
Mm-hmm.
situation is not stable, but Iran has a really huge amount of crypto users. They are doing like crazy amount of trading, and they are
Really?
generating, yeah, they are generating a lot. And I'm sure that right now the situation is not going to be stable for the shortest time because it's been long time preparation, maybe like 10 years they have been preparing for these actions. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because even they changed the ruler right now, but they didn't change the regime. It's still same.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was the only one country in this area where people choose their president themselves. This is like the only one in the Middle East
Mm-hmm.
country, yeah, who can choose their own president, but not in this case. So right now, even the regime won't change. People will, I think, continue for this disorder and revolutions with U.S. help or other countries like GCC countries, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it will take like a couple of years from now on, because even if it will stop, then the source, like the root of the problem, same, right? It will appear again. So in on one side, they will every crisis let them earn money, right? So
Mhm.
it's just a big business, and therefore it will have some pauses, but then the war will keep going. So right now, I don't think like those places are safe. But in terms of crypto, right in time, every crisis, like what means crisis in Chinese, it's an opportunity, right? So it's the best time to buy crypto. Just to buy and hold on spot, maybe
Mhm.
on futures with small leverage, like up to maximum 30. This is the best time to earn money. Not all
But
in, but with the really good risk money
yeah,
management. Yeah, like you do, for example, your trading accumulative P&L is pretty good. You have really good risk management that I've seen so far. So, but I'm also starting thinking about stock trading and
hmm
forex, but with a really good and trusted broker. From
it's like they're bombing things.
yeah, this is horrible. They're living right now on daily basis with those sounds, which is really impossible to tolerate. I think people will never
Yeah,
get used to war, right? If someone is dying next to your house, this is not normal.
yeah. Ultimately, anyway,
Yes, thank you
we've,
so much.
we've come to an end. Do you have any last words for any tips or any?
Yeah, my last word, always do your own research, and
Yeah.
but this time seriously deep research, because I have really bad news because second wave of COVID is coming. So the only one thing
Oh,
we can
really?
do right now is trade with Boris and Altanay. Yeah,
Wait, wait,
this is
wait.
funny,
Talk about
but
what's the
I'm
second
serious.
wave?
I'm serious. But this topic is for the next live streaming.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will
So
invite
next
people to join
stream,
us.
we're going to be talking about the second wave of COVID and why you need to trade with Altonai and
Of
yeah.
course. Yeah, we have
Okay.
many insights because yeah, we know like many people from this industry what's really happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We know many secrets.
And we keep the secrets to ourselves. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're gonna end this right now.
definitely.
Yeah.
But we can
Uh,
give tiny hints, right, to people.
possibly
Yeah.
if they pay us.